Hi everybody, Coach Susan here with Big on Results Coaching for your Manifestation Monday on the subject of karma. Okay, let's talk about what is karma. People are using it in the wrong way. I want to clear the record, set the record straight. What is karma? Okay, karma is actually an Eastern word which means action. So how we recognize it here in the West is that it's the universal law of cause and effect is what it is. There's a cause and then there's an effect, right? Everything that we do, we have a cause and it's an effect. So karma, which means action, means that there's an action and then there's going to be effect. So what isn't karma? It's not justice. Karma is actually an effect to our cause. So if we have an action, we're gonna have an effect, right? So you reap what you sow? Yes, you do. So that's what it is. You are getting back what you're putting in. So when you set your intention and you have your intention set, then you do something grumpy. I'm going to be grumpy to this person. Then you're going to have an effect in yourself. That's kind of like your checks and balances. It's to let you know, ooh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. And it gives you that bad feeling because it gives you that opportunity to make that correction and to make that change so that the cycle doesn't repeat. So it's a kind of like a learning modality, basically. It's a natural law of cause and effect. It's a law. So it's what happens. So what makes the difference is the intention that you set out. So if you're grumpy with somebody and then all of a sudden you feel like a little convicted or feel a little bad, and then you override that. And then you're more grumpy or you talk more about that person, and then you're intentionally doing that more. Guess what happens? Woo! Comes back again. It's a cycle. So then it comes back even more. So then you have your own free will to decide, okay, am I going to stop here? Am I going to stop this behavior? Am I going to stop talking bad about this person and being grumpy towards this person or belittling this person or acting out in jealousy because they have something that I don't have? You have that opportunity to stop the behavior. You actually have the opportunity to stop the behavior and then apologize for the behavior, right? And ask for forgiveness. You do. But frequently we don't. So that's why in society we are seeing these people that are so angry and so grumpy because they've been going through their whole life behaving this way, and then it keeps creating another cycle, and then it becomes larger and more amplified. So the universal law of cause and effect is like, whoa, look at your intentions here, and this is what you're going to get now because we need you to learn this so that you could be a better person because you're supposed to be. Again, then there's our own free will, right? So karma is not a punishment at all. It's an effect to our own cause, to what we caused. The best thing to do is to recognize it. So when you feel convicted or you feel that yucky feeling inside, that's that emotion coming back to you to bring this to your awareness so that you can make that change, that modification, have that opportunity to stop that behavior so that you're not a repeat offender. That's why we feel that way. We actually, those emotions and those feelings that come to us is basically like our own hell. So when you feel convicted, have you ever said something and then you right after you say it, you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say that. Well, that was the law of cause and effect. You recognized it. It spoke to you, and then you had the chance to apologize, and you did. So then it stopped there. It's when it comes back, and then we get more angry and grumpy, or we're doing something bad. It just creates that cycle again. Now, there are several different layers and levels to karma. Several. Because there's a lot of things that are violent acts, and I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about kind of your midstream intentional things. Not that it's okay, because it's not. So we have positive karma, and then we have negative karma. So let's not talk about good or bad karma, because there's a whole bunch of layers to it. The whole thing is that karma, when it happens to us, it's to teach us about a behavior, that an action that we set an intention to, that we did, and then it's coming back to us, right? So let's talk about positive karma. Well, what is positive karma? Oh, it's a beautiful karma. Is being kind and loving and caring and nurturing and being there for somebody, helping somebody with a certain task or certain things with no expectations and a return from them. When you give freely, that you're doing wonderful, loving, positive things for another individual. You're giving it freely, and you expect nothing in return. And when you do these things, you don't give yourself a pat on the back or give yourself props or kudos, but you just go along your day. Then all of a sudden, guess what? Your effect from your cause of your positive karma comes back to you. It could come back to you in the same method that you sent it out. Or it could even be better. It could be joy. It could be love in your own heart. It could be other things. It could be somebody that's doing something for you. It doesn't necessarily need to be exactly in the same way it was dispensed, and it may show up at different times. It doesn't necessarily mean that's instantaneous, but it could be in the future. And if it's in the future, generally it's going to be better. When it shows up, it's going to be bigger and better than what we had anticipated. And it's even better than the things that we set our intention, because we decided we were going to jump out of our car, we're going to help that person that was struggling, or whatever that is. It's going to be bigger and it's going to be better. It's a beautiful thing. So we need to recognize that we need to do these things. And it's a law of cause and effect. It's going to happen anyway, right? It's a universal law. Nobody can stop a universal law. It is what it is, right? And so that's why we were taught when we were little about the golden rule, right? So do unto others as you want them to do unto you, right? And that you reap what you sow. So what you sow, you're getting back. You know, cause and effect. You're going to do this, you're going to get that, right? So it's kind of a warning, but then it's also a very big blessing at the same time. It's that universal law. Okay, there are so many different levels, and it's really hard to, in this limited amount of time, to really tell you about all the different things and the other things that you can do, or to help to explore with you areas in your life to where you have so much room for improvement, or to identify, okay, this is what's happening right here, and why you may feel stuck or stagnant or not moving at the fastest pace that you want. And remember that never, never, never want somebody to get karma. Don't do that. Because guess what you just did? You intentionally created a negative karma by setting that intention, by wanting that ill thing for another person. Don't do it. Do not do it. Because you do not want that showing up in your life. No. I'm Coach Susan with Big on Results Coaching. So if you want to know more about the subject or all of the other types of levels, because there are several, please reach out to me. I would love to help you. I want you to have good karma. Remember, everything that you say and everything you do needs to have the best and the purest of intentions. Only wish the best on another individual. Be the best person that you can be. Create that good karma. Expect nothing in return. Give freely of that hug, and all of those other things are helping somebody. And when you do these things, do not speak of it. Do it with the best of intentions and not for accolades or for praise or somebody to say how wonderful that you are, because that is not karma. That is ego. Set some good, healthy, loving, nurturing karma. Until next Monday.